Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is continuing on Bhakti Yoga. But the Bhakta wants to realize the personal God endowed with form and talk to him. He seldom seeks the knowledge of Brahman. But God, who does everything at his pleasure, can make his devotee the heir of his infinite glories if it pleases him. He gives his devotee both love of God and the knowledge of Brahman. If one is able to somehow reach Calcutta, one can see the Maidan and the museum and other places too. The thing is how to reach Calcutta, how to reach God. By somehow, if you are able to reach God, you will know many more things regarding him. What is he? What things are he possesses? Now just imagine, God can be realized in 5 ways. As the transcendental reality in which the universe appears and disappears again and again. Second, as the universe, since it's a manifestation of the Brahman, manifestation is nothing else than the original, the source. Now, just like ice, water in the ocean manifests as ice, ice is nothing but water. Like that universe is nothing but God. If Brahman is God, the universe is also God because it's its manifestation. Now this Vishwarupa, God is immanent aspect of God, as the transcendental, as the immanent. And he pervades the whole universe and all beings and controls, governs every bit, governs the life of the Jivasa also. So he is called the Lord of the universe, the Ishvara. You can realize as the Lord of the universe, Ishvara. Then you can realize him as the indweller in all beings. As Antaryamin, the indweller is there. And then he is there as the Avatara. Time to time, he appears again on the earth in various forms. For your one individual sake, he may appear, he may manifest with form. And form that pleases the devotee, and in what form the devotee wants to see him. All this is possible, and God manifests or can be realized in these 5 ways: as the transcendent reality, as the immanent reality, as the Lord of the universe, as the indweller, and as the Avatara, incarnation. So we are Advaita, we experiencing God in one of the aspects. That's why we call it Mata, Advaita Mata. Regarding God, different people are looking at different ways. So Bhakta is looking God with form. He wants to form so that he can interact just like he interacts with the people and the world. So here we see lot of differences. In the path they travel, but the goal is same. If you know God in any way, realize you are free from nature and you are free. Now, if you go as Bhakta, there is an interaction between you and God in personal aspect. You can talk to him, you can ask him, what more are you? Can you show me your Nirguna Nirakara form? Can you show me this? I want to see your various forms. I want to see your Shiva. I want to see how the Shaktas worship as Divine Mother. I want to see you as a Shiva, how the Shaktas worship you. I want to see you as Vishnu, who is being worshipped. I want to see you as Christ and the Father in the heaven. I want to, how the Christians worship you. I want to see how the Islamic people worship you and attain you, how the Sikh people go, how the Zoroastrians, various religions, how they approach you, how they realize you. I want to see. And because of this relationship with God, personal, He reveals all to a devotee who really wants to know. So that's what Sri Ramakrishna is telling, and that's what he did also in his life. To see God in various aspects, holding on to one aspect, the Divine Mother. By realizing the Divine Mother of the universe, you will get knowledge as well as devotion. You will get both. In Bhava Samadhi, you will see the form of God, and in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you will realize the Brahman, the absolute existence, bliss, absolute knowledge, bliss. In the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, ego, name, and form do not exist. A lover of God pays the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you will experience as the Shuddha Chaitanya, pure consciousness. There is no duality, experiencer and experienced. There is no triad. I, experiencer, experience, and experienced. The triad is not there. Duality is not there. It is one without a second, and one as the ocean of bliss, Ananda Sagara. A lover of God prays to Divine Mother, "O Mother, I am very much afraid of selfish actions. Such actions have desires behind them, and if I perform them, I shall have to reap their fruit. But it's very difficult to work in a detached spirit. I shall certainly forget thee, O Mother, if I involve myself in selfish actions. Therefore, I have no use for them. May my actions, O Divine Mother, be fewer, very fewer, every day till I attain thee. Little work I can do without forgetting you. Make me do all that. Fear till the day I attain you. May I perform without attachment to the results only what actions absolutely necessary for me. May I have great love for thee as I go on with my few duties. May I not entangle myself in new work so long as I do not realize thee, but I shall perform it if I receive command, otherwise not." How clearly, how to pray, what should to ask from God. All this doubt enters the mind of devotee. Sri Ramakrishna is clearing all the doubts. Go this way, my child, go this way. Pray this way, act this way, you'll be free. Pandit, how far did you go in visiting the sacred places? How it comes, you see. From the highest Brahma Jnana, how to attain, how to transcend the nature. Shashadhar is slowly, just like father is explaining to the child what would be he, a boy of 4 years or 5 years, what he would become after he finishes education. My child, I want you to become a doctor. You can remove the sufferings of so many people. You can operate, you can give medicines, you can nurse, so many things. His ambitions, what you do would be, everything the child is telling, if you tell, he will listen afterwards. Where is chocolate? Where do I get chocolate? He will ask. How the father is having a vast, far off view of the child. Child is not aware of the days will come. He listens because he sees others working and all, doctors and all. He himself goes to the doctor and all. He understands, but he doesn't understand the importance and the actually how it would be. And is not bothered also. After hearing all that, he will ask, where did you keep my chocolates? Why don't you give me chocolates? Then Pandit is asking, how far did you go in visiting sacred places? Master, oh, I visited a few places with a smile. Just to answer, child, I will get you the chocolates, don't worry. I've kept in a safe place. As soon as we go home, we'll get it. Oh, I visited a few. But Hazra went farther and also climbed higher. He visited Rishikesh, but I did not go so far and so high. You must have noticed kites and vultures soaring very high in the sky, but their eyes are always fixed on the carnal pits. Do you know the meaning of carnal pits? Woman and gold, enjoyments and possessions. The whole thing is, where do I get enjoyment? What possessions I can have? That is the one vision. They are speaking very high Upanishads, this, that and all, Ramayana and all, they are seeing, thinking, talking, but their whole attention is on the enjoyments and possessions. Now, this will make them, what is the use of knowing all the scriptures, reading, hearing, going to classes, if your mind is setting there? Of course, you may need it, just an external thing that you have to pay attention, go and come. Without that, object should not enter your mind. Anything that's outside is all right. When it enters inside, your awareness and then you get involved in it, then the problem comes. It has captured you. You have become a slave. No more freedom for you. To attend to things externally doesn't harm you. You may be having family. You may have to love your child and family. But if the family enters inside and it possesses you, you are no more free. All the time, instead of thinking of God, of the others, instead of attending the duties properly, you'll be seeing when to enjoy, how to enjoy. Oh, this is mine, that is mine. I want to have that also as mine. Asuri Sampat. So, whole meaning is, what is the use of going here and there on pilgrimage if your mind doesn't sit at the feet of God? If you don't cultivate the devotion of God by going so many places, what is the use? And if you get the devotion of God, what is the need of going for pilgrimage? Where you are sitting, if you can cultivate the love of God, what more need is there? The whole pilgrimage process is managed or directed or used only to awaken the love for God. What is the use of making pilgrimage if you can attain love of God remaining where you are? Sri Ramakrishna is clearly telling in clear words. I have been to Banaras and noticed the same trees there as here. The same green tamarind leaves, whatever. Anywhere you go, you'll see some trees like this, some rivers and water tanks, something. Whatever you have seen, there is nothing in a different background, in a different arrangement. That's all. Same mud, same soil, same stones, same trees and all, some huts or houses. What else is there wherever you go? But pilgrimage centers have special nature to awaken spirit in you. If you go in proper awareness, expecting that, and to attain that alone you are going, it's a different case. Only to experience the living presence of God, to be infused, you must expose yourself there. Dissolve your individual ego, dissolve your identity, dissolve your personality. Be like a child to go, receive that grace, and come back, acquiring love and devotion for God. Pilgrimage becomes futile if it does not able you to attain love of God. Vyartha, it becomes vyartha. Love of God is the one essential and necessary thing. Do you know the meaning of kites and vultures? There are many people talk big and who say that they have performed most of the duties enjoined in the scriptures. But with all that, their minds are engrossed in the worldliness and deeply preoccupied with money, riches, name, fame, creature, comforts, and such things. All at physical level. Pundit, it is true, sir, is able to understand. Going on a pilgrimage is like seeking diamonds and gems while discarding the precious stone that is worn by Narayana himself in his breast. Master, I want you to remember this. You may impart thousands of instructions to people, but they will not bear fruit except in proper time. On going to bed, a child said to mother, "Mother, please wake me up when I feel the call of nature." Mother said, "Don't worry about it, my child. That call will make you wake up itself." All laugh. One feels yearning for God at the proper time. Thakur used to tell, "Shomaina hole abena." If the proper time doesn't come, it will not bear the fruit. You have put the seed, but don't expect it to. But putting seed is my part. When it gives fruit is nature's and God's grace. Now, in Hindi also, there are thousands of pores, Mali, who is taking care of the garden. Daily, if you put thousands of gallons of water also, it may not give the fruit unless the proper time comes. The proper time must come. Master, Mali sinche saughatha, rutu aaye phal hoy. Mali sinche saughatha. Hundreds of pots of water he is pouring at the root of the plants. But when season comes, then only flowering. See, now mango season is there. Jackfruit season is there. When season comes, it will give the fruit. Master, I want you to remember this. specific about that. You may impart thousands of instructions to people, but they will not bear the fruit except in proper time. On going to bed, the child says, when you call me, but nature's call itself will wake you up. There are three kinds of physicians. The physicians of one class feel their patient's pulse and go away merely prescribing medicine. What most of the days we've experienced in the present times. When you go to a doctor, there is no personal touch or talk. He asks, what is your problem? Because irrespective of how I treat or interact, I get my salary. The doctor is not worried. The first thing, what do you want? What is happening to you? He tells all his signs. Oh, my head is aching, my body is aching, I've got severe cold, I've got fever, this, that, and all. Doctor immediately handles, this is influenza. He doesn't, he just prescribes the medicine. He says, once you have a blood test, and prescribe the blood test and keeps quiet. Now he goes for blood test and brings, he has no other infections. Then he immediately writes medicine and gives. This medicine you take 3 times a day for 4 days. Over. Now, interaction with the patient is not there. He hears the thing, he gets the checks done by others, and he prescribes medicine. He is treating what reports he has got from others. He is not treating the patient, he is treating the reports, medical reports. There is no interaction with the patient. Formerly, there used to be a close relationship between the family doctors and their patients. Once a person goes to a doctor for something, 15 minutes of talk will reduce all his stress and strain. He becomes refreshed like. He may be having pain this and that. It becomes alleviated just by talking lovingly and explaining him what has happened, not to worry. That assurance, that talk of love makes him comfortable. He joyfully goes. With reduced, now it is not there. That system is totally absent. The doctors treat only the reports, not the patient. Physicians, 3 types of physicians. The physicians, first physicians of one class feel the patient's pulse and go prescribing the medicines. They prescribe the medicine, leave. As they leave the room, they simply ask the patient to take the medicine. I have given the prescription, go and take the medicine. They are poorest class of physicians, means not in terms of material wealth or money, they are not poor in spirit. Likewise, there are teachers too who only give instruction but do not stop to see whether teachings have produced a good or bad effect. They do not think about the disciple. They have to give the lectures, they have to tell and go away. How they do not follow what is happening to the person whom I have taught. Physician also is not bothered how he is going to take, what will be the results. There are physicians of another class who prescribe the medicine and ask the patient to take it. If the patient is unwilling to follow their directions, they reason with him. There are mediocre physicians. Likewise, they are mediocre. They may plead them. patients. Please take this, you'll be all right, this and they are mediocre. Just a prescription and go away. No. They talk to them a little, otherwise how the disease will go, and they are mediocre. Likewise are the mediocre physicians. They give instruction to the students. The teachers also mediocre are there. Teachers, they give instruction to the student and further try to persuade him in various ways to follow the instruction. Lastly, there are physicians of highest class. If the patient does not respond to their gentle persuasion, they even exert force upon him. If necessary, they press their knees on the patient's chest and force the medicine down his throat. Likewise, there are teachers of highest class who even exert force to direct the mind of the pupil to God. How you see? There are three classes. One class, just prescribe and go. Another class, persuade him to follow. The third class, forcing him to follow. Pandit, sir, if there are such superior teachers as you have described, then why should you say that one does not get knowledge of God until the right time comes? Master, you are right. But what will the physicians do if the medicines run out of the patient's mouth and does not reach his stomach? Even after forcing, if it doesn't enter, if pour in the mouth, he puts it out from the mouth. It doesn't swallow, it refuses to swallow. After putting in the mouth also. We see commonly in children, parents, doctors, everybody tries to put in the mouth. They put in the mouth, they open the mouth. The child, goo, it will make sound and throw it away. It doesn't swallow. How the arguments and counter answers you see. In such case, even the best physician can't do anything. The teacher should judge the finest of the student before giving the instruction. But you don't discriminate in your instruction. When a young man comes to me for instruction, first of all I ask him about his relatives at home. Suppose he has lost his father. Suppose his father has left some debts for him. How can such a person direct his mind to God? You are listening to me. Are you listening to me? Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.